All right, we're on to the marinade. Busy day. Can you tell I'm sweating my ass off? Working in the fields. Do you get your back burned? Working in the fields. Do you get your facts learned? Bruce Springsteen. Badland. Anyway, I am so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and the lighting sucks. I'm about to lose control, and I like it. I get to use my little mortar and pestle. It's called like a macajote or something like that in Mexico. I don't know what the Thais call it. It's just a mortar and a pestle. It's stone. It's not stoned, but it's stone. And I'm getting to crush up with the little handle garlic and peppercorns. So I'm fired up about that. Then once I have that mashed properly, mash. This is just satisfying. I don't care who you are. This is just good times right there. See the garlic just smash up like that? Yes. That just feels good. Everybody should do this every day if they can. And then once this is ground fine, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Recipe calls for palm sugar, which is actually a pretty common sugar here in Thailand. But you could just use brown sugar, sugar in the raw, refined sugar if that's all you have. Sugar. This is the marinade for the mu ping. So I'm going to continue grinding, then add the sugar, then add the liquid mix. This is 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, which is like my favorite dipping sauce or ingredient sauce in Thailand. It's thick, it's sweet, like molassesy, really good. I like the that lady brand. I forget the name of it, but there's a lady on it. There's like a little fat boy, healthy boy. There's Golden Mountain, and there's the one with the lady, Makka or something. Maksuk. I don't read Thai, but I look for the lady, and that's the best oyster sauce. Really good, mostly oysters, like it sounds like, but it also has sugar in it, and like cornstarch or something like that, because it's very thick. I love that shit. To me, that's like hoisin sauce. Chinese cooking is that thick, sweet, like barbecue type sauce. So I use it all the time. Every time I make broth or soup, I add oyster sauce. So 2 tablespoons oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons regular soy sauce. Now, I don't use Thai soy sauce, and I know that's a sin. I use Kikkoman, which is a Japanese brand of soy sauce. I prefer it. I like it. I like the taste better. I like the level of saltiness better. So you use your favorite soy sauce where you like the salt level. Try a bunch of different ones. Get the small size and find one you like and get the big bottle. And then something that you really don't see in America too much is black soy sauce or dark soy sauce. I got that also. I forget what brand I get. But once again, I tried a couple of different ones and I found the one I like. It's the ship. I just look for pictures since I don't speak Thai, but it's the golden ship. So if you can find that in a Asian grocery store, sweet dark soy sauce, that's the shit right there. That also goes in all my soups and broths and stuff. Like when I have wonton soup with chicken broth, I kick it up with Maggi, which is MSG, dark soy sauce, and oyster sauce. So regular soy, black soy, or dark soy, same thing. Oyster sauce, a tablespoon of oil. Thais use either palm oil, because there's palm trees all over the place, or rice bran oil. I have the rice bran oil, so whatever you have, 1 tablespoon of oil. Water, I think it's like 3 tablespoons of water. And then 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/4 cup of coconut milk. You can get coconut milk pretty easily in the States nowadays. So that's it. First, you pound up your garlic and your peppercorns. You see the garlic is mashed, but it's not like destroyed. I'm going to destroy it before I add the sugar, and then pound the sugar until that's dissolved. And then add the wet ingredients, and then the pork gets cut up into little 1-inch by 2-inch slices and marinates in that overnight. And for me, it's going to be all day. I'll start cooking tomorrow about noontime, and it's about 1 p.m. the day before right now. So that's it. The cooking adventure continues. Okay, I'm going to do a quick shot of the garlic. This is after you pound the garlic. You can't see the peppercorns anymore, white and black peppercorns. I used a 50-50 mix because that's what I had, half a teaspoon of peppercorns. 5 cloves of garlic. I put in 6 because I love garlic. And you see how you can't even tell that was garlic and you can't see any whole peppercorns. It's been mashed thoroughly. Now in goes the sugar, 3 tablespoons of sugar. And once again, you're going to mash it until it dissolves. Okay, the sugar has been dissolved. As you see, it's like liquidy. It gets the water from the crushed garlic. There's plenty of water in there to make this liquid. When I was in Mexico years ago, I actually took a cooking class on how they make salsa, and they make it in, like I said, I think it's called the mojacete, M-O-J-A-C-E-T-E, mojacete. I forget, it's been years, but it's really cool. They actually make homemade salsa and homemade guacamole in a mortar and pestle like this. And the technique that they used, instead of pounding like you see a lot of Thai people do, pounding like that up and down, they actually go around like that using the sides. And that's how I was able to get the sugar crushed and down to the point where, you know, it was stone on stone. There's no sugar layer in between the mortar and the pestle. So that's a little tip, trick, technique, whatever I picked up in Mexico, worked here to dissolve the sugar in a Thai dish. Okay, last but not least, we're going to cut the meat. This is once again pork collar from the neck above and to the left, depending on which pork shoulder or Boston butt you get. This is above in the center, behind the pig's head. Pork collar. They use it a lot for the shabu stuff, the mugatai that we're going to be doing tomorrow, sliced very thinly. And they also use it for this mu ping, which I'm going to be cooking up today. So I'm going to cut it, as I said, into thin 1 inch by 2 inch strips. Okay, so the first part, I just took that slice and I put it into, like I said, roughly 2 inch. And then I'm going to cut it about into 1 inch slices like that. I tried to use the tripod and it ripped the rubber off the bottom. Down here somewhere is a piece of rubber. Yeah, the tripod just self-destructed and threw the phone down. So unfortunately I just had to go cut it and then show you after I cut it. Now I'll take the pieces and cut it again. Like I said, about 1 inch. Okay, we got our little 1 inch pieces. And, you know, something like this with the fat, you can see on the other side it's actually got quite a bit of meat. It's just a fat cap or some marbling. Of course, we're going to keep that on the street. When you have mu ping on the street, the vendors actually intersperse meat with fat, nothing but fat, pure fat, no meat in it, to save money. So, you know, if you've ever had street mu ping, that's what they're doing. They're putting meat, fat, meat, fat, meat, fat. Makes the meat go further, you know, like they make more money. Imagine that. But this is it. It's going to go into the metal pan over here. It's going to be covered by the magic marinade. This is the garlic, peppercorn, sugar, pounded until it was all kind of liquefied, and then coconut milk, and I have the soy sauce, oyster sauce, etc. Separate. So that's the process. If you want to make mu ping at home, barbecue pork, it's delicious. It's Thai street food. It's awesome. All right, I'm a very happy boy because I'm almost done for the day. There's the meat cut up. You can see how it's like in little squares, little pieces like that. And you know, you flatten it, you cut it, and it's kind of tubular. And then you flatten it with your hand, and you can see the pieces that you're going to skewer. So then I put the soy mixture in here and just, you know, mix it up really good. You want to make sure all this is coated and every single piece gets some of that love, all right? So just, yeah, get in there. Yeah. Wash your damn hands. Wash your nasty hands. I know you took a bathroom break between taping. Well, I didn't, but I'm sweating. But, yeah, wash your hands before you touch food, especially raw meat. And then after, of course, goes without saying. That's it. That's it. This thing is going to sit in the fridge overnight. I'll take it out tomorrow morning, maybe 10, 11 o'clock, and skewer it. The skewers, as I showed you before, are soaking in water. And the cool thing about skewers here, they're not just long and tubular, not just toothpicks. They've got that little fat hockey stick thing, the flag, whatever, at the end of it. That makes it really easy to turn on the grill. Pretty cool. The only thing I got to add is the sugar, peppercorn, garlic mixture to that, and mix again more with my hands. That's all she wrote, folks. Moo Ping. I'm also going to do another one. I'm going to go get some ground pork. They call it minced pork here, and make the lollipop ones. I want to do both. Why not? What the fuck? YOLO.